let's jump right into our topic, which is I want to work primarily with teens. How do I market my practice? And so it's kind of interesting to think about how to market to teenagers, because are you marketing to teenagers? Are you marketing to the parents? So I would say if you are, if the teen is 13, 14, maybe 15, you're going to be marketing towards the parent. If they're 16, 17, 18, 19, somewhere in that range-ish, then you're going to want to pivot your marketing towards the actual teenager. There's a big difference between a 13-year-old and a 19-year-old, right? A lot of 19-year-olds are going to be searching for their own therapist. They're going to look on Instagram. They're going to look on, Google, different places. They're going to get a word of mouth from a friend. A 13-year-old, their mom is probably going to make the appointment, or their dad, or their, guardian, or whoever that is. And so you want to really think about who is your ideal client? Is it a 13-year-old who's in middle school, who's struggling with that really core identity stuff? Are they, maybe being bullied? Are they suffering with their first bout of depression, anxiety? Or is it that 19-year-old who's in college, who is, wanting to really further explore who they are, but not from the lens of a 13-year-old middle schooler, which middle school is like, if you ask me, my worst period of time, it's middle school. It's like the worst period of time for so many people. And so the purview is going to be very different for those two ages. And so you really want to think about what you can do to reach the parents, and then what you can do to reach the teenagers. So those are going to be two very different things. So you want to, if you're trying to reach the parents on your website, speak to the parents. Is your teen stressed out? Are they struggling with, keeping up with their schoolwork? Is your teen being bullied? Something like that. If you're really, again, wanting to speak to the teenager, are you stressed out with school? Are you struggling with, discovering who you are? Are you wanting to learn ways to express your emotions in a healthier way? So you want to really make sure that your marketing is speaking to whoever your ideal client is and whoever books that appointment, right? So your ideal client might be a 13, 14-year-old girl, boy, whichever, in middle school, and it's the parent. Again, you want to really speak to that person. And so you want to figure out how to pivot your marketing there, how to reach them. Is it going to be through Instagram? If you're working with, again, sort of like that higher teenager range, Instagram is probably going to be the place to go. They're on there much more than other ages. It seems to be the platform. And I did a video a couple other days ago about TikTok. Maybe that might be, but I don't think that's necessarily where they're, finding therapists. And so with all marketing strategies, you want to make sure that you're speaking to your ideal client, but you're also speaking to the ideal client who calls you. Again, another call little symbol here. So you want to make sure that you are on your Instagram, it's very easy for them to follow how to get in touch with you. Make sure you have a link tree. Make sure you have your contact information, a clear suggestion on how to get in touch with you. A lot of a therapist will say, don't direct message me. That's not the best way to get in touch with me. Please send me an email. So if you are marketing on Instagram, I do recommend that you do that, because you don't want a bunch of DMs to come in. You may not be the only one who uses your account. You may, have a marketing team, and that might not make sense. So you really want it to be very easy. And then with parents, I'm going to give you a tip after we thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes, on how you can keep in touch with parents. So hold please for our thank you to our sponsor. So I want to give a shout out to TherapyNotes. If you're looking for a really full service electronic health record that you can run your hybrid practice, your in-person practice, your online practice, take payments, send reminders, do everything that you need to do really to run an efficient practice, I want you to check out TherapyNotes. They have a wonderful customer service team that can answer any questions that you have. You can actually get somebody on the phone that can guide you through whatever it is that you need help with. So I want you to check out TherapyNotes. So for parents, I want you to do some kind of giveaway on your website, like, download these, 10 ways to reach your teens, or some kind of guide for parents so you can capture their email addresses and that you can keep in touch with the parents. The thing about working really with all populations, but teenagers, is that they may not always be ready for therapy when you want them to be ready, meaning if you want referrals, they might not be ready at that same exact time. And so you need to keep fresh in the parent's mindset. Like, hey, we're here when your child and you are ready to come into therapy. And so having a newsletter and having a mailing list is going to be really important, especially if you're working with children and teens, to stay in touch. Really any population, but I think it's really, really an effective way to reach parents. Give good, high quality content every single month. And when they're ready to come in to see a therapist, you will be their number one choice. So good luck in building your teen practice. If you are a specialist in working with teens, please comment below so we can give you a shout out. I'm here most days answering your questions. Alive with Amanda. See you soon, everybody. Bye.